Toot Toot, the rusty red pickup truck. In a small town just past the brook lived Toot Toot, the rusty red truck. It had old tires and a wooden bed with one unique trait, folks always said. From the break of dawn to the time of dusk, you'd hear Toot Toot. No need for a busk. It didn't matter if he was near or far, tooting merrily, whether near or afar. His shiny red coat was now quite rusted, from years of tooting never once busted. He had a crooked smile and a missing tooth. Yet he tooted with joy, that was the truth. Toot Toot loved to bounce down the road with a skip in his tread, carrying any load. Each bump made a plink, each dip a plunk, but with every toot away fled the funk. "Why do you toot so, dear old truck?" asked a small curious duck. Toot Toot just giggled, his engine gave a huff, and tooted even louder, never once rough. "The world's too quiet, little ducky," said Toot Toot, feeling plucky. "I toot my horn to bring some cheer, for in laughter and joy I hold dear." The children would gather, their faces aglow, eagerly awaiting for the truck's show. With a wink and a rumble, Toot Toot would begin, his tooting symphony making them all grin. So ends the day in this quaint little nook, with a merry goodbye toot from our red truck. Yet as the moon rises, Toot Toot stands ready for tomorrow's adventures ever so steady. In this part of town, past the willow tree, arrived a new figure, as quiet as could be. She wore a large hat and a cloak so sleek, 'twas the Silent Sorceress of whom whispers speak. She'd travelled the world from near to yonder. In search of quiet she began to ponder. She loved silence, like the calm of night. For her, quietness was sheer delight. The sorceress was tired and needed some rest, but Toot Toot's tooting put that to a test. "How can I sleep with such a loud truck? This noise must stop, it's bringing bad luck." She raised her wand with a powerful intent, and a silent spell on Toot Toot she sent. Suddenly Toot Toot's horn gave a gasp, and his tooting sound was caught in a clasp. The children were puzzled. What could be wrong, as they missed Toot Toot's cheerful song? He tried to toot, but only a pft came out, leaving everyone, including Toot Toot, in doubt. They noticed the sorceress, her wand held high. They understood then with a sigh. "Bring back our tooting truck," they began to plea. "We love his tooting, can't you see?" The Silent Sorceress, with her silence so dear, realized then the joy she didn't hear. The children's faces, once filled with delight, were now sorrowful, missing Toot Toot's might. Though silence was her companion, her source of peace, she saw in their faces a joy that had ceased. Was there a balance, she began to wonder, between her silence and Toot Toot's thunder? The Silent Sorceress took a deep sigh, noticing the tear in each child's eye. She missed the quiet, that was sure. But their sadness was something she couldn't endure. She thought and pondered, then had a plan to fix the trouble that she began. Tooting at times, silence at others, balance, she thought, is what this uncovers. With a wave of her wand and a magical word, she undid the spell that had silenced the bird. Toot Toot's horn gave a hiccup, then a blast. His tooting was back, and it was a blast. "But remember, dear Toot Toot," she softly spoke, "silence is important. It's not a joke. There's time for tooting, spreading joy and cheer, and time for quiet when night is near." Toot Toot blinked and then gave a nod. He understood the balance, it wasn't odd. Tooting for joy, quiet for rest, both were important, neither was best. The children cheered, their joy returned. From the sorceress a lesson they learned. Silence and sound, in each their place, brought harmony to their little space. From that day forth Toot Toot found his groove. Tooting at times, in quiet he'd move. The town was at peace with a happy luck, all thanks to Toot Toot, the rusty red truck. So ends the tale of laughter and hush, of Toot Toot the truck and his joyful rush. In every sound and silence that stuck, there's a time and a place as learned by our truck.
This is a Moony Bubby production. MOONYBUBBY. Moony Bubby.